Hi, lovely people. Hi, lovelies. I don't know, I like how that sounds. We'll see if I'm going to keep that, but I'm going to read a prison note today. Alrighty. And these I haven't read in a while, so it's new for me too. Miss Lucas. First and foremost, I hope and pray all is well with you. My name is blank. I'm editing out the name. You don't know me, nor do I know you, but I'm a man and I go after what I want and like. Let me refresh your memory. Today, about 5 p.m., you held the door open for 2 CERT team officers, and I was with them. They were escorting me back to my dorm. I just so happened to look back at you, and you were looking back at me. Now, to be fair, maybe I was looking back at him, but the CERT team officers were a lot of them were very attractive. A lot of them were built just very attractive. So it could have been looking at the CERT officers, eye candy, I don't know. Not that I'm going around ogling, I'm gonna say oogling people at my job, but I did look on occasion because, I'm human. So I was actually single back then, so it didn't matter how much I oogled or ogled. But also I did try to maintain my professionalism, at least in the beginning, until I had a pretty much nervous breakdown. But let me get back to this note. All right. I just happened to be looking at you, and you're looking back at me. You're my type. I dig your swag, comma. Hold on. I dig your swag, comma, flavor. You got spunk, exclamation. LOL, like I said, I'm interested in you and getting to know you. I got 15 months left before I max out. I have no woman in my life at the moment. To be honest with you, I don't know what will happen after you receive this letter, but I'm prepared for whatever to come. So he might be worried that I'm gonna write him up for this note, which I could have, but I probably didn't. But yeah, let me keep going. It's not much longer. But I'm prepared for whatever to come. You can't fault me for going after what I want and like. From the look of you, you seem cool, goofy, down to earth person, and I want to get to know that person. All I'm asking for is to get to know you. Sweetie, if given the chance, enjoy yourself, stay sweet, love, exclamation, get at me, come see me, or write. And then he put from a future friend, exclamation, my hair's driving me crazy, exclamation, and then he wrote his name and his GDC number. Now a GDC number is Georgia Department of Corrections number. So every inmate has a GDC number. Well, depending, obviously, if there's a different state, they'd have a different, it would be called something, whatever state you're in. But this was called a Georgia Department of Corrections number, and every inmate had one, and we would actually have to use their GDC to write in every note we did on them. We'd have to write their number. I didn't memorize every number. It'd be insane. I had, 50 plus people on my caseload, so I can't remember all that. But what was I saying? I really need to wash my hair. Okay, sorry. But I would be given these letters. Oh, the GDC. So with a GDC number, you can look up the inmate and know everything. This was the crazy thing. We had so much access to detailed, intense information. It was a lot of information. And you put in that GDC number, you don't even have to remember the person's name. I remember names, I did not remember GDCs, but I kind of remember names. Not everybody, not every single inmate I met in there, I remember their name. Now, I'm going up far ahead. So I end up working with the population guys more at the end because I asked to be switched. Well, I asked to be switched, okay, because it just got too much. I was like, I need to change, and I think it'd be good for the inmates. But for at least a year or more, I was working with the hardest inmates in that prison you can work with. So, in certain ways, I guess. But yeah, it was, I mean, you had the psychological component, because, and then you had the not following the rules being isolation. Isolation makes the guys worse, dealing with feces and throw up and all that stuff. So that's, you know, and jacking and all that. Jacking's throughout the prison, that you can't really get away from that. Definitely dealt with more feces, pee, and poop in the more severe, mentally severe dorms, because when someone is going through mental health issues and their meds aren't necessarily right, or they're not taking their meds, or they're using drugs with their meds, because drugs did get in the prison, they might smear feces all over the walls. And that actually happened, but it wasn't for a while that I remember that happening, per se, in the dorms I was in. But yeah, so like I would always get these little notes. Oh, and why I mentioned the whole feces and all that gross stuff is because when I'm holding this, letter, a twinge of my slight OCD, even though I'm kind of messy, I'm not like, you wouldn't think I'm an OCD person. I always have like something on my clothes. Like I'm always staining stuff, or I'm just a disaster. But I have little moments of OCD because I don't have a spleen, like I've mentioned. So touching these letters gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. I haven't used the word heebie-jeebies maybe ever, but it kind of grosses me out because it's just not clean. Like, it's just not clean. I wash my hands after touching these notes. Not clinically OCD, but I have some OCD tendencies, and I did not have that in the prison. It kind of formed into more of that. I wish I was a little bit more OCD in the prison, because I'm giving away some of the things. But later on down the road, I got sick, and I think I got a chronic illness, and I think the prison is actually a big contributor of my illness, because it was so disgusting. So disgusting. Because when an inmate smears feces all over their walls, they want the inmate to clean it up, which is great. Great if they can do it and they clean it. The problem is they aren't always going to do that. Or they're not going to do it well because they don't give a crap. Or they're mentally not capable of, a lot of things. So they're going to smear it more or do something more. So it was, I don't even know if they had I guess they had cleaning crew, but I didn't see it I don't know. I don't remember seeing cleaning crew around the cells. Now, maybe down in certain different wings, in offices, maybe. And I'm not saying there weren't, but I don't remember seeing any of them. That's why I really want to because my memory sucks with certain things, and I did write that in the book. I've been talking to some of my former colleagues, because I'd really love for them to get on this podcast and fill in some of these blanks, because I don't remember. I think we had a cleaning crew. We had to have had a cleaning crew, right? But I don't know how much they did in the actual dormitories, because the inmates I had were in the dormitories they were there majority of the time. So, I don't know, that's the rambling. Wow, I've done 10 minutes without, I've only messed up like 5 times. This is awesome. Probably shouldn't have wrote that or said that in this, but